Oh yeah, did you see what I sent you after the F4 race? They had 2 safety cars in the space of a couple of laps.
This was true.
Yep. And yeah, we had collisions as well, like what they had, and we got nothing. I'm holding high hopes as well for Russia, because in FP on Tuesday there was also a safety car, and a virtual safety car. One was caused by me. It was the VSC. I crashed out.
Was Can I just ask?
Yeah.
Did you get the standings last week after the after Canada?
No.
No, I didn't either.
Let me just check. It might have come up. I just missed it probably.
No, it hasn't. I've just gone in the Discord.
No. Oh, I don't mind. I'll just do it next week. It's easier.
Yeah, but obviously Phoenix has got a one-race ban.
Yeah, what was that for? That was for abuse, wasn't it? Towards that
Yeah,
admin.
he abused an admin.
Very lucky didn't get kicked out for that.
I think.
Anyway,
He was.
hello stream. Welcome to PSGL Round 5, Round Russia for F3. I'm your commentator, Jamie295. I'm joined by Harry HMFC.
Good evening. Or good
Millwall,
evening. Good evening.
Millwall's #1 fan. Well, probably.
Well, apart from that idiot that does Lions Fan TV, but yeah. So. Oh, yellow flag already.
We've got Cowboy and Nino here, so expect a lot of lag.
Excellent. That's what we like to see. So obviously I missed racing at Russia last night, which I'm disappointed that I missed the race, but I'm happy the race I had to miss was Russia.
Come back strong at Hockenheim. Hockenheim's going to be a good race, I reckon.
Hockenheim lends itself to good league racing, to be fair.
Yeah. Did you race the one at Hockenheim last season? Or was he not back in the league?
I don't think I was back yet. I was in my nonce league exodus.
Wait, really sad news today. Yeah, that which one? The rapper or Big C?
Big C.
Yeah.
No one wants to see the GOAT retire. It's like watching Schumacher slowly. The only problem is I can see Big C returning like in a really bad way. It's quite addictive.
It's like 2012 Schumacher, isn't it? What we're seeing Big C with right now. Oh well, his last race is Monaco, and look what Schumacher did at Monaco.
We've got the big C retirement party planned.
Yeah, he's doing it at Monaco. Remember what happened with Schumacher at Monaco in his last season? He went and put it on pole. Only for him to. No, it was a penalty for colliding with Bruno Senna in Spain.
Decent.
Or it could be like Valencia in this last season where he got a podium. Or she needs to be careful, this car coming out pit zone.
Giroud has got the most understeery Mercedes since Valtteri Bottas knocked his front wing off.
When
did Bottas knock his front wing off? Brazil? He knocked his wing off at Brazil.
No, he had an engine failure at Brazil.
Oh no, he did knock his front wing off. It was against Grosjean, wasn't it?
Oh, in Abu Dhabi, yeah.
Jack Tyler, this quality ban would kill me. When was he on a quality ban for? What did you do?
Don't know, I can't remember.
AMS and Throne need to follow. Look, Roma, you cannot say that about AMS. AMS is in the form of his life. Got a podium last time out.
Hmm.
And if I had updated championship standings, I'd be able to tell you.
AMS, isn't it?
Yeah, he's definitely at the top.
Yeah.
I mean, Bran won last time out. I remember that much. It's a long time. Seems a long time ago last year's race. But yeah.
Yeah, the standings after the France shows AMS in 36 points off top. But after that podium, which position did he come?
I think it was second.
So if you had 12 points to 16 in, if you got fast snap, it would be 29. But it's 20. I think it was 28 because someone else got it. 28 points. I don't know without putting right now, but I know a lot of people in front of him didn't score as many big points as they have done.
Yeah, it was Bran. I think it was Bran won the race with AMS second, and Rob Forbes was third, I think.
Yeah, I remember because Bran said it was his first league race win on this game. AMS has standings. He knows where he is. He's joined third.
Okay, AMS, tell us who's leading the championship, because we don't have updated standings.
And the gaps between the top 5.
Standings are in the chat. Oh, okay. Standings are in the chat. I'll go.
Alright, you can read them if you like.
I will do.
And why did I make that such a tongue twister?
Okay, so the driver's standings are Usher leads the title race with 31 points. That's with 1 win in France and a 2nd place in Canada, which for some unknown reason he didn't. Why did we say Usher didn't finish 2nd? Anyway, SSR Phoenix, who isn't here tonight, is on a race ban. He's 2nd with 27 points. AMS is 3rd with 26 points with 2 podium finishes. Then Bran, after winning last time out, is 4th place with 26 points. And 5th is Rob Forbes with 25 points. So that means that the top 5 are covered by 6 points. One of them isn't here tonight, and the 6th place man is D. Warren, and he's 13 points off the lead despite not finishing in France and not racing in Canada, and he will not race again tonight. So there we go. Do you want to know the constructors?
I don't mind.
I mean, I'm teasing it for the chat.
How about McLaren's on top because they're listening for him?
Yeah, there's no other McLaren up there, so maybe not. It's only 6 points. Let's have a look. So Williams lead the championship with AMS and Tom AJ.
Yeah, Williams are doing quite well in all PSGL standings at the minute. F1 they're leading it as well.
And
well, that's mainly
Red Bull are 2nd. I think the driving lineups ran the wrong way. Red Bull drivers, and in the standings, the Red Bull drivers are in the wrong cars. But other than that, it's right. So there we go. So I can rejoin actually watching this game now. So
yep.
What have I missed?
I'm bringing this to your attention. Look at the gap between Ushin and Nino. 6 thousandths.
That is consistency. Where is Bram fan the time on this game all of a sudden? Can we just ask? Bran last season in this division was absolutely nowhere.
Well, it could be mainly because of the fact that most of the F3 guys, F3 title contenders are here last season moved up to F2. And most of them probably are F1 based, but yeah. Bran, I think he's just picking up the pieces, of an easier grid, I believe.
I mean, Ushin has come from F5, which was formerly F6, and is leading the championship. I mean, this just shows that...
Ushin was too quick, though, for F6.
Yeah, I mean, true, but so was Nino as well. But it just shows that just because of a division is called F5 or F4 or F3 or F2, it doesn't mean it's not necessarily a quick division. I think people forget that. I'm looking at you, Mr. Big C. I don't want to race in F2. What's wrong with F2?
I remember when you said you was F2 pace well, a couple of seasons ago.
No, I said I'd like to be F2 pace. Right? Yeah. That's what I said, and Lickle twisted it to make it sound like I had a massive ego. I've never once said that I'd do that.
It was funny though, and looking back on it, it's funny.
Yeah, it'd be really funny if I made. He can't even remember that I got a podium. Last time I raced, he was in the chat. I rewatched the stream afterwards. He was like, "I've never got a podium." I was like, "I did. I got a podium in Spa in Brandon's championship year. No, Brandon didn't win the championship that year. I can't remember who did. In Tom's championship year, yeah."
Oh, Nino's left. Nino's internet has walked out of the door. It's had enough and it's gone.
Yeah, I think it's just reacted to the fact that he's on a Williams, to be honest.
The SpongeBob meme, you know the SpongeBob meme where he says, I'm a head out?
Yeah.
That's Nino's internet right now.
It is. Zector hasn't gone out and settled that, which is interesting.
He's out there, well, just came back in.
Oh, okay. And all the drivers obviously on the soft tyres now. Not doing any practice because I knew I wasn't going to be racing this week. What's the strat around here, Jack?
Well, tyre wear is not. It's quite manageable. You can take a set of mediums. I took a set of mediums 17 laps last night. You take a set of softs around about 10 or 11, I'd say. So it doesn't really matter what tyre you really qualify on. Softs would probably be the best tyre, then to go onto a set of mediums maybe, or vice versa.
Fair enough. Well, in that case, Tom has set. He's within a second. Is that within a second? Yeah, he's within a second of pole on the mediums. He's setting another lap now. I don't know if it'll be any quicker. It was.
Second and a half of pole. Nearly a dead-on second behind Ushin, but that 1,000th changed everything.
So, I think he's got pace. He tends to be as we decide to go through the dangerous first chicane, obviously where quite a bad accident happened in the GP2 race this season, or the F2, but we won't call it F2 because we'll get a copyright. Yeah, not great. I don't really like Russia. Am I the only one? I think it's a bit of a dead track.
I don't mind it. My serve was nice last night. It made the track feel nice. I'll tell you that.
I don't like being at Formula 1 circuits where I've got no history. This is basically Valencia Mach 2. So, for me, but there we go. It's got a great history.
Valencia was more fast flowing though.
Oh yeah, definitely. I mean, the problem is this circuit, if we ride on board with one of the guys, there's absolutely no there's not really any grandstands, there's not really any markers, like visual markers to pick out where you're driving. It's a tunnel system. It's like it's a street circuit without the streets. It's just very, very bland and very non-atmospheric for me, but there we go.
Basically, Budapest, if Budapest was SHIT, basically.
No, but Budapest, at least from a fan's perspective, I mean, I've been to the city a couple of times, but never to the race, but it's at least got an atmosphere of the city. Right, this particular Grand Prix, the outside is very boring, for lack of a better word, isn't it? It's like Olympic Park. Anyway, anyone on a quick lap, 2 minutes 30 to go.
With a World Cup stadium in the background of Turn 3.
Yes.
That stadium hosted one of the most boring games of last year's World Cup between Uruguay and Saudi Arabia as well. It's just something with Sochi just makes everything boring, I guess.
I remember when Rosberg done the 1 lap, 1 stop. That was good.
So literally, no one is on a lap right now.
No, they've all come into the pits. It's going to be the Sochi stationary traffic jam at the end of the pit lane, and you're going to have to be careful here because you're going to finish your lap just as other guys are coming up behind you. So the two McLarens are formation flying.
Yeah, Giroux is the first one to be setting the lap here on their final run. People are coming out the pits. I saw some activity in the pits when I went on the pit angle there. He's going to be careful because his car is coming out the pits right here. There's one of them.
And that's going to be right in the braking zone, I guess.
Now, Tom moved out the way smartly.
He did.
But Tom has not got a lot of time to get back around here, and he's actually on his new set, I think.
Brand's retired. Yellow free, set to free, yellow flag.
Tom's on a set of softs now. But what I saw, we had a wet qualifying and a dry race yesterday. That meant that everyone was allowed to select whatever tyre they wanted to start the race on. A lot of drivers last night went on a set of mediums. Everyone here is going to qualify on a set of softs. Is that a hint of whether there's going to be some rain coming in the race, do you think?
I'd like to see a wet race. I like the chaotic wet race. But
also, sorry for interrupting you. TMC Callboy's 4th, actually. Currently our qualifying mission. But it looks like
good to return to form. He's quite an aggressive racer. From what I've seen, I remember he had issues obviously with lag, I think, in Azerbaijan. But
yeah, when Brand left and he was the host and they migrated the host to him.
I can't believe we're already in round 5.
2 more rounds and it's Monaco, and then it's like a 2-week break before the next race.
When's Monaco? The 21st?
For us. So today's Sunday. The 15th is a Sunday and the 21st is a Sunday. So yeah, 3 days before Christmas Eve, 4 days before Christmas.
Excellent. It's going to be a great game.
To clarify, is Nino back? I haven't seen him join back yet.
I'm not too sure.
Oh yeah, you can't now. You can't join back, can you? In the new rule in PSGL, because if you leave and then join back, it doesn't give you penalties, and you know Russia's one of the most penalty.
Yeah, but can't you leave and rejoin in qualifying? I'd assume. I need to clarify that. I actually needed to clarify that.
I don't think I think the glitch is still in force if you leave and rejoin in qualifying. Oh no, Big C's just said you can join back in qualifying. So Nino must have thought there that he can't rejoin during qualifying or any time. So
then, just to clarify, Big C, obviously as you're in the chat, so if a guy was if we had 3 or 4 drop out during qualifying, would we restart qualifying now as a new sort of directive to avoid that and start a new lobby at the end of qualifying, like a new just straight into the race?
Wow. Callboy's gone 2nd, and Tibson's was 3rd. He's gone 4th, well 5th. Zex has gone to 3rd. There's a lot of good laps being set by some of these drivers. See what Giroux can do actually. Giroux had his lap invalidated. Actually no, he didn't improve. Right, he was 2 temps off. So we've got an interesting grid here. Callboy's on the front row. We've got Tibson down in 5th. I believe
Rob
Tibson...
Fultz, championship contender, still one of the top 5 guys. So,
of course, Tibson had that crash with Nathaniel Shalabar Shoaib over here at the start of the last race, didn't he? So he's come back out here in Russia and qualified at P5, which is good because I haven't seen him this high up all season. And so the grid is as follows. Forbes is on pole, Callboy 2nd, Zexa 3rd, Brand 4th, Tibson 5th, AMS and P 6th, so much for a wash-up driver, Ushin 7th, Nino 8th, whether you'll race I don't know, Pauli's in 9th, Giroux in 10th, and then outside the top 10 we've got Game Freaker in 11th, Tim in 12th, Shalabar 13th, Tom 14th, Tuzmas 15th, and then Jack Tyler is in 16th. Didn't qualify at the qualifying band. You have Dre Bay, who joined during qualifying, you'll start at the back.
Unusual to only see 3 British drivers on the grid. Yes, 3 international fields to the grid tonight, although Nino using the Welsh flag.
Wales is part of the British, so Yeah, Nino can't, I guess. But how many British drivers do we have in F1 currently? We have Hamilton, we have Norris, and we have Russell. Am I missing one?
Yeah. There's a debate about that. There's a wider political debate of whether they're British or depending. I mean, I'd always like to prefer to be English rather than British, but there we go.
Could you classify Albon as a British driver, considering that he was born in Britain?
He doesn't. I don't think he likes to be referred to as British. I think. I know he is a British Thai. Yeah, it's dual citizenship, I think, but that's a wider political issue.
Of course, he did. I think he did make a post on Instagram a couple of months back about the Thai king, or the king of Thailand. So I guess he likes to be referred to as a Thailand resident or a Thai person. So
he's Anglo-Thai.
I'm looking at it. Is Nino on the grid? Nino's not on the grid. He's on the graphic, but he's not on the grid. So I believe we have lost Nino for this race. Drebe over here is in the Haas, but since he is a Ferrari driver, I think whatever points he scores in this race, if he does, will go towards Ferrari and the constructors. So got someone already drifting towards the wall. Turn 1 is the biggest danger zone, I reckon, of the whole entire lap on the first lap. Mainly because
if you about there in the Ferrari,
Dre, he's in a Haas here, but I think because he's in Ferrari, his points will go towards Ferrari and the constructors. So,
oh, what, he's just jumped into a Haas.
No, the game's put him in the Haas because I think it was one of the only available cars. But as I was saying about turn 1, it's one of the biggest dangers of the first lap. If someone gets it wrong, crashes into you, and you're at the front, for example, there's a lot of indent type walls where there's like, you know, the wall has an opening. If someone hits that head on, it literally projects the car back out into the pack. So if someone clips you into that wall and you rebound back, then you're causing a big pile-up.
Absolutely.
Oh, the Corby and Forbes just come together there. In fact, we might get the tag graphics up. So you have Game Freak, Tim, Tom, AJ and Tasmas all starting on mediums.
So basically, most people outside the top 10 decided to go with the mediums. I can see there's more cloud in the sky than there was for qualifying, riding on board with Brown at the moment, having a look at the cloud.
Well, to be fair,
I would say there is a possibility of rain.
Yeah, but to be honest, the qualifying was literally perfect weather. There was no cloud in the sky whatsoever. So as Forbes leads him round back to the grid again.
The man, the myth, the legend that is AMS is currently lagging inside Tibson.
That's the AI. Same has been said with Pody and Drew. What's going to be interesting here, though, is Pody going to be starting in P8 grid slot or P9?
I'd guess P9. That he will start in P9 and get a free run, which might be quite disconcerting to picking your getting your start.
What's it going to do with Nino on the graphic, though? Because he's showing on the graphic.
He'll just drop to the bottom, that would be it, I'd guess. Oh, great camera angle.
Here we go. Yeah, it fixes itself, though. And the lights go on. I did this time. There you go. Got 4 lights, got 5 lights, and it is... Lights out and away we go. No one jumped the start, that's good. Forbes, I think, got the better one out of them. Although Zexa is actually challenging. So head into turn 1. There's nearly contact between Corboy and Zexa. They all keep it clear. Oh no, they don't! That's a huge crash. And that's Shalabar. And that was Dre and Tasmas. And there was contact at turn 1 between Corboy and Forbes.
There was a massive send from one of the Toro Rossos up the inside.
So yeah. Nino's trying to gain the position on Tasmas. Didn't even get going. So you got... Oh no!
Oh, front wing everywhere.
Chaos. There's no safety car, they're just all bunched up. I don't know really what's going on right there.
Yellow flags, the McLaren's dropped to the back.
Oh, there's more contact, Zexa in the back of AMS. This is absolutely... what's going on here then?
There's no racing point. Racing Point's missing a front wing, the one that's dropping down to the back. One of the Ferraris has got damage as well, missing both end plates. As he's gone up the inside of one of the Renaults.
Shalabar's just punched Forbes in. Oh no, they're ping-ponging off each other. That's Shalabar into the wall.
There's going to be a safety car, surely.
It's Codemasters. It's not going to bring out the safety car. Oh, Zexa! Oh, it nearly got into the back of Ushin. What on earth was that?
I don't know. I don't know. So AMS has survived with no front wing damage. The first Renault's got front wing damage. Ushin has somehow managed to come back up with no front wing damage, and I expect to see a load of drivers into the pit lane. Only in F3. F3 is the new F5 or F6 from last season.
There's 5 drivers pitting on the opening lap. We've lost another 2 thanks to a crash.
And here we go with the Renault on Racing Point on the Renault into turn 1. I expect to see carbon fibre on the exit of turn 3. Game 3, Jack Tyler coming around the outside. That's going to possibly end in tears into the next braking zone.
He's not using his ERS. Because Slipstream's actually pretty strong through that oval corner.
Yeah.
Here he comes. No,
he thought better of it. Tasmas has left his race. His Sunday night ruined after 300 yards.
Yep. But you got people like Nino who didn't even drive a single centimetre of this race.
Was that both Williams is out at Russia? Conspiracy.
Well, technically, both of them didn't even start.
Almost.
And Jack Tyler and he's side by side Game Freaker's Game Freaker got damage in the open lap. I'll have a look. No, the drivers kept clean.
Just, I think it's just it
was the front
tires.
4 mainly, wasn't it?
Yeah. So I'm just having a look at the check of Tom's got no damage. Paul D is on a brand new set. So Paul D's Zexa, Rob Forbes. So the championship leader obviously was Ushin, and Ushin's gained out of that because coming from 7th on the grid, he managed to avoid the destruction derby going on in front of him. Rob Forbes, who is a championship contender in that top 5, had a problem. Jay Rabay's DNF'd.
Yeah, he was the one who got involved in that crash in that one with Tusmus.
Yeah, so he's not had a great start either. Obviously now out. I had a couple of races from Jay. But when he's on pace, he's a good runner in this division. But obviously, out the race early on here tonight.
Yep. I'll tell you what though, that first lap actually rather ruined everything now because there's only 9 drivers really left in it.
Absolutely, but we do have an interesting battle developing because Game Freaker is the first of the soft runners, medium runners rather.
Meanwhile, it's a battle between experience and youth at the front, Bran and AMS.
Well, AMS has reeled him in this lap. Obviously, both in great form. The winner last time out.
Drew and Ushin. Drew gets the move done around the outside. Brilliant.
And now, look who's that brought into play. It's the man, the mean machine, Jack Tyler.
You got to remember, he's starting on fresher tyres than these guys.
He's had an absolute weldy of a start.
Yep, he's not choosing to use the slipstream effect just yet.
Oh, this could possibly end in tears down into turn 1 between Ushin. Oh, here we go.
One's going to have to yield. They don't. Now here comes Jack Tyler. They're not going to try and make that free wide through there.
More sensibly, it back.
Yeah, that was sensible from Jack.
But Jack's got more pace than both these guys.
Yep.
And it's brought Game Freaker.
Exactly.
And Tim onto the back of them.
This is, well... knowing the nature of this race so far, I can only expect how this one's going to end.
Yep. The Russian Rage bot inbound.
That sounds like an Into title.
We had that last night in the chat, in the F5 chat, I've been informed. Jack Tyler with a double slipstream. Oh, he's gone for
Ushin. That was all on you, I'm afraid. And Jerome's lost it. Jack Tyler around the outside, just like Drew did 1 lap ago.
This is going to end in a T-bone. No, it didn't. You'll get him on the switchback though. Jack goes to defend it. That was
too close to some of these corners. That's the thing with Russia. You're either too close or you're too far. You're never really in the right place to really make a move through these corners. That's why it's so bad for overtaking. IRL and in-game.
Jack being sensible, Lewis Marshall in the chat. I miss the old Jack. Whoa, the new Jack, the new and improved Jack's up to P4 from the back of the grid with a quali ban.
Well, that's mainly because about 6 or 7 drivers crashed in the
opening lap. That's not the point.
But,
Giroux got all kinds of squirrely.
Squirrely. That's a new word.
And Ushin back through. And Game Freak up. Oh my god, the old Jack's back. Oh, the old Jack would have put Ushin in the barrier there, definitely.
I tell you what, though, Tom Age is closing on this battle, or Thomas Jar.
Thomas Jar. Meanwhile, the man who likes us to call him Thomas Jar is only 0.6 off the lead. Not bad for the old boy.
I tell you what, though, it's ever so decreasing. He's used up his ERS near enough.
Here we go. Ushin versus Jack. Jack presumably using his ERS now.
Oh, Ushin, not Ushin, Giroux's got a very slightly back end, and Tim Hall's actually got the move down on Game Freaker and all the processing of that. But Giroux, what setup is he running? What wings is he running? Because his rear end is everywhere.
I think he's so fast in a straight line. I think he's running like a Brazilian GP or a Monza setup. Just like throwing the car into chicanes. Yeah, just no drag. Just turn it in and launch it off a corner and just hope that you've got enough straight line speed. I mean, look at his launch off the last corner there. He's pulled 5-6 car lengths. He's coming up to the front, 2 in front who are going wheel banging down the front straight. Pushing into the braking zone.
It's got him back again, but how long will he hold that for? The nature of this battle is just ding-dong battle, isn't it? It's just back and forth.
It's just a DRS battle.
Exactly, that's Russia in a nutshell.
It's like Monza and all them DRS Express races that we now have. Jack's got the underlap. Didn't send it. That corner's not built for overtaking. The next one is, but you can't do it because it's double left-hander.
Yeah. Cordy picks up penalties down in P10. 25 seconds off Tom AJ.
AMS should go for the OP undercut. No, I don't think so. I think it's too early. Ooh.
Just a button to that. Jack Tyler nearly get the back position there. He got incredibly close.
He's got a really, really good front end on that racing.
He's going to launch that. He's going to keep it in
behind.
He
did launch it. He half launched it. He had a Diet Coke launch that.
Yep.
Ushin's really struggling to keep him behind now. He's like a cork in a bottle.
Here he comes.
He's gone for it. This is done.
I tell you what, I've literally never seen a move there pulled off before now.
I would be worried though, because this is going to have Giroux is going to have the run of gods down into this turn.
All aboard the DRS train, choo choo.
Here we go. Oh, this is going to end 2 ways: either really cleanly or someone then.
Oh, he's going to go for the 2 of them.
Here we go.
Oh, yeah. It looked like for a moment he was going to send that, but he's just kept that one side by side with Fushin. Now here comes Tim Hall. He's out wide though, and knowing his they'll probably launch him off into the wall Romain Grosjean style.
Tim Hall's got pace, you know.
He's carving his way through the battle, you know, picking up the pieces where others are struggling a bit.
He did just weave like a
Giroux
with the oversteer, and he'll lose that position.
Yeah, that's
it. Game Freaker's looking to gobble him up now.
He's not got a Russia setup on. He's got like a Monza setup on, like you said.
Unless his tyres have gone.
No, his tyres wouldn't have gone off around you in 6 laps.
Well, I mean, he was doing it beforehand, wasn't he? But I'm not too sure now. Brand's managed to slowly extend the gap on AMS. It's 1.4 seconds.
Oh, Tim Hall's going to launch it on the shin. That's not what you want to do to your league admin.
No, that may be frowned upon.
7 out of 7. There's hardly a lead battle.
Game Freaker with an undercut.
Giroud's another penalty.
Yeah, this is going to end up badly because Giroud's going to launch it off the corner, get an absolute baldy run.
Why don't these guys work together to try and catch Tibson?
Well, it's like a NASCAR pack race.
I wouldn't say this is pack racing though. This is more single file.
Yeah. And here we go. Penalties. You get a penalty. I get a penalty. You get a penalty. Everyone gets penalties. It's Russia.
Yeah, pack racing is more when there's like 2 wide everywhere. This is more single file.
But yeah, this has been DRS everywhere though. You're right, Jay. AMS does need to pit this lap, I think, and put pressure on Bram.
Yeah, like Jay said, OP undercut could work out here for AMS.
He's got to know that obviously with Tibson getting penalties behind him, kind of gives him a free hander. AMS. He's not really under pressure. It's a very typical Max Verstappen. I know he's in a Red Bull. He's very Max Verstappen like at the moment. Just being the only Red Bull at the front and being able to have a free hand strategy.
I don't know why my computer's been slow. It's nice.
Oh, Ushin's got a really good. He's suddenly all over the back again of Bran. Of Jack. I don't know if he made a slight little mistake into the next section, but now I just get the feeling that something's going to kick off here. Someone's going to try and force it. So AMS did go to the pit. So did Giroud as well.
Set means should make it to the end from here. Now this is extreme DRS train. Even though Ushin looked like to me he wasn't even using its DRS down the straight.
Yeah, it was like he was saving it to launch it through this next left-hander. It's a terrible camera angle.
Yellow flag, yellow flags. It is.
And that is Tom AJ. Round.
Who's that there?
Is that? I'm guessing he'd just come onto the back.
Yeah, behind them is Game Freaker. Game Freaker going for a move on Tim Hall, and Tim Hall's gone, knocked out, and that means he's out of the race. He can't join back. It's unfortunate because he's showing true pace.
I'm just going to guess that Tom and him got together because they were very close. Tom had suddenly joined the back of that train, I think. So I wonder if there was contact.
Yeah, I believe AMS is going to jump around here easily.
How many seconds off the lead?
25, but the pit lane is quite long around here.
What's it, normal 20 seconds for a pit stop? 22, 23 seconds? Cool boy, 3 second time penalty.
Brown pits, here we go.
So Tibson pits as well. Jack Tyler goes for another one, as does Ushin. And Game Freaker will lead.
Yep, this will be his final Russian Grand Prix in PSGL, of course. He is retiring after the season's end. Bran is. Where's AMS? They're gonna be side by side. In fact, it's about the same as Skate. It's about the same gap, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think he's really gained any time on him, pretty much. Really, there is he?
No, he has gained time now because now it's 3 temps. Because it was 1.3 seconds. So he's gained time, but obviously he's lost a lap of tyre wear. But Bram was quicker than him on the other tyres. So we'll now find out whether or not that with an extra lap of heat into the tyres, Bram's got 43% ERS compared to the 29. It's going up all the time.
That was a poor run. There was a poor run there through that corner for AMS. Lost a lot of time.
Oh, Tyler pushing around the outside of Tyler. How didn't they touch there? Wow.
But that's not the end of it, though, is it? Jack Tyler's back down the inside. It's one of the harder corners to try and make a move at.
I mean, this is going to end with Wills facing
Here comes
the
Game
wrong way.
Freaker.
They all want to
Game
go
Freaker
for
was
the
not heading
pits.
for. Yeah, but Game Freaker wasn't heading to the pits, so he realised that these two were going to the pits, and he was like, "No, I'm heading out of here."
Well, this is going to be tasty. It'll be a pit lane battle between the McLaren boys and the Racing Points. Will Lance Stroll's dad get changed and change the front wheel?
Let's have a look. It's a battle between the pit crews. Was McLaren going to be served first? McLaren boys got him out ahead, and Jack Tyler I think was held actually. So
he was held to let the McLaren through. He got screwed over by the pit lane there.
That is stupid.
He's probably lost a second on him there because he was in the pit lane. The guys didn't help him out of the pits.
Yeah, he's going to be side by side with his teammate here, is he?
They are. And Pauldy went round the outside of Ushin.
Yeah, I just saw that. Intra-team battle going on at Racing Point. Jack Tyler's just ahead, but Forbes is not going to let him have this one. He's going to try and hang it around the outside.
Oh, Ushin. Wow, 3-second time penalty and forced him off track.
Meanwhile, Forbes just... Oh no, Forbes! That is silly. Jack Tyler's got superior track position that could help the constructors, and yet he's just having them like that.
Yeah, but one of them's in the chat. One of them's in the fight for the drivers, the team, or the. You know, I'm not sure. I can't even remember who the is it Otto Zeitmar or something, isn't it? The Racing Point chief exec. There we go.
Like Canadian Romanian guys, and I don't know.
Yeah, in the chat, Ushin and Jack idiots, to be honest. That's what you want the league director to think of you.
Especially when one of them's Yartman as well.
Excellent. Well, Tom and Bran. So Bran's jumped AMS. Oh no, it's not. Sorry, I've got the two Red Bulls switched around in my head. So with AMS has got was using his ERS massively to try and get past Bran. I don't think Bran's got the pace on these tyres that he had on the softs. AMS looks more comfortable on the medium compound. It's your league, Big C. You can call him what you like, mate. That doesn't bother me. I've been called far worse in this league. Well, in all leagues, to be honest.
Yeah. And you wouldn't believe what some of those Russian boys are calling me last night.
You did translate it for me. And I've just literally flicked forward to see Jururu sideways.
I had to translate it for Little because he didn't know what they were saying because they were all speaking in Russian.
Brilliant. It's a full-time job in PSGL. Ushin has caught Jururu. Jururu has still got a back end that looks like it's, you know, got diarrhea or something. It's just loose as anything.
Look, that was not the best analogy you could think of there.
Yeah. I just thought PG strength.
They let you have one slip, so
it's okay.
Because I don't think the PSGL channel's at a point where you can get monetized yet. I think you have to have 1,000 subscribers to get monetized, or something like that.
Do you?
But I do believe PSGL will probably achieve that target in a couple of seasons, maybe. The way it's going.
Oh, that was a massive dive from Ushin. And he didn't go round the left back bollard, but I don't know if we're including that.
Yeah, but the game is pretty lenient on that, though, so I think he's got away with it. These two Racing Points are still close to each other on the track.
The guys who had pace on the softs at the end, so like Ushin, Jack Tyler, have all sort of ended up worse off here. The only two that got away with it was Bran and AMS. Everyone else done worse. Game Freak is having the stint of the gods. He's 5.9 seconds clear, with no penalties to my knowledge.
Well, considering that AMS was 25 seconds behind Bran when Bran came in, and Bran just pipped him, Jack Tyler's about the same gap. You think that if Game Freak was to pit now, then Jack Tyler wouldn't jump him?
Yeah, obviously he's got to take the tyres a little bit further though. He needs to be, what, 8 or 9 laps on a set of softs to the end. So he's still got a little while, maybe 3 or 4 more laps on these mediums. But if he can eke it out and he's doing a good job, then it'll be interesting. The fastest lap of the race, by the way, was done by the old washed-up man himself, Mr. AMS, so far.
Yep, Ushin, Giroux's waving a bit there. Ushin is not having it. He's giving him a little bit of contact. He's not having what he's seeing.
He's giving him the old kick in the shoulder. This is only going to end one way.
Ushin out in the grey is not going to... Oh, Shalabar and Corver going side by side.
Tasty for last place. Rob Fall's 3-second time penalty. Still scoring points at the moment. Callboy with...
They're still side by side. And eventually Callboy had to yield.
Yeah, eventually. The 2 false Indias. Oh, they're not called false Indias anymore. Racing points are just...
cross-through mistake.
Yeah, don't call me David Croft. We're they're just.
I'll call you James Allen instead. How about that?
No, I'd much preferred Jonathan Ledgard, because he was hated universally
for interrupting Martin Brundle and shouting problems every time something happened.
And the word problems. He's got problems. Yes, he's got many problems. One being you, mate. He's gone back to being a cricket commentator now.
Is that where they got him from?
Where was the link there? You know what? We'll get this cricket commentator to do this.
It could have been worse. They used to have David Croft to actually do BBC radio commentary.
Baldy under attack from Jack. That should be from Candy from a baby, probably.
That's Incredibles reference.
Underplay the Incredibles reference. Will Rob launch it? He launched that, and it worked.
Oh. Yep,
catchphrase.
Ricardo. Oh, he's letting him through.
He let him back through. I don't think there was anything wrong with that.
Because he forced him off the track a little.
Yeah.
See, that was hard racing. That was fair racing.
I mean, yeah, there was no contact involved. I just said that was a bit like the Vettel and Albon, not Albon. Yeah, it was Albon, wasn't it? It was Albon who went down the inside of Vettel and sort of MotoGP blocked past him.
Oh, in Abu Dhabi, yeah.
Yeah, that's.
It was a bit like Verstappen in Leclerc back at Austria, but
there was contact there. It was totally different.
Yeah, there was contact between these two.
Can't work.
There was contact between these two as well. It was still good racing, and Tom AJ pits finally.
He's got what he done this time, though, Rob Fox. While we were prattling on about good racing, we missed some. Tom into the pits, 15 laps on a set of mediums.
Hang on,
do you reckon
hold your horses, because here comes AMS. Rather backs off it for now. He's closer than he has been, though.
Yeah. Brand's got a lot more ERS, though. So,
to be fair, AMS has been running low on ERS all through the race, so...
Yeah, I don't know whether or not he's realising that he's having to use it to stay with him.
I tell you what would be nice right now. Is Mr. Safety Car himself. I'd like to see him make an appearance.
Yeah, I would do, but I think these two are the class of the field tonight. Definitely.
It would help Game
Shout out to Game Freaker, though. It would help Game Freaker. I don't know if he's got pace enough to win the race, but he's definitely done really, really well on this particular set of tyres.
Yeah.
He's had probably the most consistent pace on the mediums. That DRS is so powerful down that back straight.
And on the front straight, you could argue as well. In fact, while that's going on, Tom H is closing on Nathaniel Shalabar, and Game Freak has pitted from the lead. That means he'll lose it, unfortunately. So here comes AMS then versus Bran. No ERS left again.
Yeah, he needs to save that.
Yeah. Game Freaker's going to come out with Jack Tyler here, I think.
No, surely not.
Or with Forbes. He's going to come out with Forbes. He's going to be side by side.
Wow.
Yeah, he's going to be quicker though. Way quicker. Might even get more than this lap. Ooh, Forbes is wobbling about a bit there though.
Bran is absolutely wringing the neck of that car. There is absolutely nothing left to give. Every single pinch point around the circuit is maximising what that car's got. It's 8% ERS. AMS is absolutely gunning for this win on track. Obviously, softs will be able to fight their way back towards the front. I'm thinking like a Game Freaker who's obviously just past Forbes there.
Yep. AMS has not conserved his ERS again. He really needs to start doing that because he's not going to win this race if he doesn't save.
Definitely a big saving session, to be honest. I think he's got the pace though.
Hang on, Game Freak's going to have DRS here on
Fastest acceleration, Tom Ajar.
Ajar.
Nicking AMS's point. He's outside the top 10, so he won't get it.
But he is within reach of it.
Oh, absolutely. So we've got a 56% ERS to a...
Corboy's just gone by actually. So.
20%. Oh, Corboy definitely stolen it back. Drew, 3-second time penalty.
Remember, these guys are going to pit again within the next 3 laps, though. The like the Forbes podium and stuff.
Yeah, they will do. Forbes podium, Zexor, and Tim Hull. But obviously, Tim Hull isn't here anymore. He's left.
Sure.
But yeah.
Game Freak around the outside of Jack. Jack's going to try and hang it in there. Back around the outside, Game Freak go on the grass on the inside. That rather upset his run. Now Tom AJ is battling Zexa and he's just ahead of him. Oh, give him a little love tap there, maybe a bump and run.
More NASCAR references.
Oh,
he's got no
AMS.
AMS with no ERS. If he just had a little bit more ERS,
he's closer. He's closer than he has been before around this corner.
He got a great run. Is he going to risk it all for a chocolate biscuit?
He's still got another 8 laps though. As long as he can keep the whip brand, he could get it. Game Freak.
Turn that ERS down. He needs to get that ERS. That's it. Got it back down to 0.
Right, so Game Freak is going to pull away from. Oh, Jaruru and Ushin.
Oh, Jaruru with that back end. He still somehow keeps it with him. Game Freaker gets a 3-second time per ER to help his calls.
Maybe Sebastian Vettel should take tips off Juru's car control when he's in that situation.
Yeah, maybe. Or maybe
AMS
Sebastian
is not
Vettel
saving
should
his ERS again.
Maybe he should just retire.
Harsh words from the man himself, HMFC though.
Just retire. You're not in a Red Bull anymore. Just retire. There can only be one Ferrari driver. I know there are normally 2, but there can only be 1. They're like the Sith, a master and an apprentice. There are only ever 2.
Oh, AMS
got very squirrely out of there. This is Brand's chance. This lap is Brand's chance because you'll have more ERS. So I don't even know why AMS is even running a high ERS mode.
Yep,
might as well just try and recover it.
It's excellent, but it's like I predicted.
5-second penalty for speed limit. And he's decided to retire. Obviously didn't think points were possible. Here comes Rob Forbes on Jack Tyler. That was stupid. Tyler around the outside. He's on 18 lap hold. He's on 18 lap hold mediums. There was no need for that. That could have ended badly for both of them, but they just about got away with it.
Imagine if Sondre's car bought a safety car now as it would pull back out onto the track again.
That would be bad. Well, I suppose it would give everyone a free stop. Everyone would come in for softs, surely.
Yeah.
Be a reset, a race reset with 7 laps to go.
Right, so now what AMS needs to do for the third sector here is just conserve as much as he can. Just run it in 0 ERS. He's still going to have a run down the front straight. Just keep it together with Bran.
Bran's really good after that set.
He needs to stop using. He needs to stop using the second power ERS through the little short shoot straights before the corners. That's what's costing him. He's running medium ERS on the little straight bits, and then in the corners, backing it back down to 0.
They've got traffic up in front of them.
It's ghosted.
Yeah, I know. It still messes around with your eye line though.
And Callboy's
Callboy off.
That's in sector 2. That's on the track, isn't it?
Yes, that is. I can't see him.
Let's check on board with Tim Hall, shall we? Oh,
and Giroux's gone past Ushin. Ushin and Giroux side by side.
Plenty of battles going on. I wish I could go split screen. Yeah, Giroux finally round. He's finally round. Oh, contact the racing points and taking each other out.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
Oh, that's.
Oh my god, Lord.
Who was that? Who was in front there?
All I saw was them end up in the barrier together, and the way that's looked is if one's had a go into the Danny Rick corner.
One was not happy with the other.
Yeah.
That's what that was a case of.
I think Rob Forbes has just lost his head. He was on the inside.
I will check the chat.
I don't like to say Otmar will not be happy. Yes, Big C. I'm guessing Normandy would be rather busy with that clip. That's all I'm going to say. That is called championship.
It could have been a case between. It could have been just a case where one's just coming down on the other, coming through the corner, and they've both gone off. And now Giroux's gone off again.
His tyres have gone.
Lead battle. AMS actually might have some ERS to use here.
Where he got full stop, he went all on the marbles.
Brown is starting to go a bit more defensive now.
I wonder if his tyre wear's worse.
Maybe. But AMS is on a lap all the tyres.
Uncharacteristic of Jack to be involved in a racing engine incident. Old Jack Tyler, yes, but from how he was racing, watching him, he was actually being quite fair. Obviously, I don't want to cast aspersions. I didn't see the incident. We all didn't see the incident, but
only 9 cars left in this race.
It's a war of attrition here at Russia.
We'll check the chat and see if anything's been said.
We are becoming a grown-up serious league. Nah, surely not. Right. See, basically, Brandy's keeping this together by having more ERS. That is literally it. It has been a masterclass of the control of the ERS.
But for why I saw that argument there, though, it looks like that Forbes was the one that triggered it. Forbes was the one that put Jack Tyler in the wall, I think, because...
Nice.
What I've seen, he said... He was the first one to react saying Jack is such a dirty driver, and then Jack went, what? So by Jack's reaction, I assumed that Forbes was the one that took him off.
I'm not interested in who said what. I would like footage. I need to see that before I go to bed tonight. Definitely need to see that. I think everyone would like to see that. We've got 11 people in the stream.
Yeah. Like, of course, there was another incident going on at the same corner. We couldn't really... The only reason... Well, the only way how I saw that went on, or knew that happened, because I saw it at the corner of the screen.
Yeah, I saw it in the top of the screen, and then flicked to them, and they were in the barrier.
Had Giroud not spun, we wouldn't have known anything about it.
No. No. Game Freaker is now on the back of Ushin. And Ushin was involved in that battle with Giroud. And I'm sure that will be sent to the stewards. So...
Yeah. Meanwhile, Game Freaker's reeled in a good 7 or 8 second gap on Ushin.
That's what I just said on Ushin, yeah. Ushin's not very happy on those softs. Rob Forbes has left the session.
I think we should go and check the chat again while those two are navigating some corners.
And that'll be it.
Has Bran got one though?
Oh, I haven't seen it pop up.
It's Russia. Oh yeah, better wait.
Yeah, but he didn't get any penalties at Canada, Bran.
Yeah, I was just saying, Ozone Battles rejoined F5 as a reserve.
I never knew he left.
Yeah, he left and then rejoined.
Excellent.
I think AMS is getting a wiggle on now.
AMS is getting a wiggle on now. He's got really good pace into corners that he can't overtake into.
That is correct, Jake, because he's got the DRS as well. DRS is very helpful around here. It's very powerful.
Yeah, like now he needs to be in 0 ERS. He doesn't need to be in 1.
Even with 1, you still lose about 4 or 5% every DRS.
He's gone to 4 on the straight, on the back straight. But this is the closest I've seen him on the back straight, to be fair.
Yeah, oh, he's going to go for it. Here we go.
Oh! They've hit each other!
Oh, come on, guys. You've been anticipating this one all race, and then you just go and do that at the first overtake. Well, the first move. It's not lap 27 yet. It's lap 24. We've still got a couple of laps.
This is feeling very... This is feeling very British touring cars.
Yeah. He's running in 3 ERS with the last 2 corners, though.
I think it was to try and get a better run at that last corner, and it just didn't happen.
No, it's not worked. It's hard to get anything left. I just saw the yellow fuel marker pop up as well. He's running low on fumes. He basically is running on fumes now at this point, surely.
Brand's decided this is the time to put his ERS
AMS,
up.
Stop running 3 ERS. AMS, you're below 10%.
You don't need to stay with him. You'll be with him you'll pick up the slipstream. Brand's decided this is the lap to do it though. He's decided this is that I'm going to use my ERS.
He's not using it.
Meanwhile, back in the rhythm section of P4, we've got a great battle between my man of the race and Ushin.
Husky chocolate car.
The Husky chocolate McLaren and the Nico Hulkenberg shod Renault. One of the most ugly noses in Formula 1.
Bram wasn't running ERS down the other DRS straight there.
He still managed to stay in front.
That's probably why AMS had a chance at him on the last lap. He didn't use it.
Hello, poor boy.
Hello. So, 2 laps to go as they come back round. AMS has actually got a bit more ERS to work with though this time.
Yeah, it's the most ERS he's had for ages.
At 27%.
Yeah. We probably should just knock that on the head though. Yeah, just put it down to 0. You're not going to get him now, so put him to 0 for this lap. Just do not touch it. Doesn't need to be touched because Brad is using his. Oh, he's doing it again. You're forcing Brand to use his. You've been quicker than him with less ERS. Just go to 0 and you will be fine.
He's not even putting it down into 0 through the corners now. This is a disaster for AMS. He's not managing his ERS well. He might be keeping with Bran, but down the straight he's going to be helpless. Despite the DRS.
Oh, unless he's going to try and move into a corner that he's really not on. But that'll be next time by. That'd be most unlike the experienced young man.
Do or die surely from AMS in the last lap.
No, if you do or die in the last lap and wipe someone out, that's pretty much your league career over, isn't it?
You'll have to lick it and send it through some of these. Well, try and do that through some of the corners in the last lap.
Block pass into this chicane next lap.
Yeah.
You don't need to be in 3 out of there, because it compromises your run into this one. You're not going to overtake him.
He's not going to have it. He's not going to have it. He's
got such a run though. He's got such a good run.
He's going to run in below 10% ERS before even the kink. Yeah, but I tell you what, he's got the run. It won't matter with the DRS. He's got the run.
He's going to go to the outside. He's in front into the corner. This is going to end in tears. He's got it on track.
But Bran is still there. Outside line through the hairpin's not hairpin. Oval corner's not superior really, and Bran's going to come back
out.
Oh, I could end up with Jiruru. Here he comes again. You know, if these two got enough penalties, and Tibson's not been running in any penalty, not ran any penalties at all.
Tibson's definitely got penalties. I've seen at least 2 penalties for Tibson. It's more likely to lose it to Ushan.
Oh no, AMS. This is the worst part for AMS for him to run at ERS now, because Brown's the one with the toe.
He got such a good run out that last corner.
AMS is going to go really defensive.
He is going to go really defensive. I mean, that was like watching Can for a baby. That was.
Yeah. It's such a disappointment for AMS.
Will he be able to launch it back up the inside into this one?
Of course, just because he's experienced doesn't mean he's not bulletproof from any mistakes.
Brain fade. But Brand's going to come home in an absolute brilliant race.
Yeah, he had 6 seconds.
AMS had seconds
anyway. So Brand wins in Russia, and Tibson will pick up 3rd with AMS 2nd. Game Freaker fell off Ushan in the end.
Yeah, but it doesn't matter much because Ushan's got penalties.
Yeah.
Game Freaker beats him on penalties.
Well, Tom Edgy beat him. Yep. Oh, Tom Edgy's beaten them both.
Wow. Both? Wow.
Yeah, play. What about Paudy?
Fair play to the clean. I don't think they had that many penalties, did they? Paudy on 26 lap-old mediums at the end there, lads.
Yep, so that's that.
Mega drive from Bran. Absolutely mega drive from Bran. But that's back-to-back wins for Bran, and he's suddenly got pace in this division.
It's a Bran versus AMS affair in this championship.
It has now been, with SSR Phoenix having to take a race ban, who have been the consistent guy.
And with Forbes performing some actions on the track today.
It's an interesting championship. We'll go to Hockenheim next, and then the jewel in the crown, the one that everyone wants to win, Monaco, before the Christmas break. But we'll quickly get the drivers in for the standard interviews.
Yep, you know what to do, don't you?
AMS obviously will not speak, so I won't even bother inviting him. So it will be...
I'll invite him out. You never know what could happen. He has been in parties before. Bear in mind he's never spoken.
He's never spoken. So I need Bran. When I find him, Bran is there. And who else?
Tibson.
Where's Tibson on my friends list? I mean, this is why when I send friend requests to people in the league, so come and
Yeah. So everyone's been invited. Probably no, one of them's not going to end up joining.
Simpson, I've got. I will suggest a party to him now.
Sorry, I invited him. And is anyone going to join?
Will anyone join the parties? There are podium interviews, gentlemen, but obviously not. It would be nice to speak to the drivers, but they apparently don't want to come and speak to us.
Yeah, it would be nice if AMS shared his voice. I'd like to see it. It'll be the first one to hear it. Oh, what's going on now? First, is this to do with the Queen? Elizabeth is missing. Oh, that's a different thing. The Queen is dead.
That was last week.
Yeah.
Bram, we invited you to the party.
Different Elizabeth, though.
Bram, we definitely invited you to the party.
Oh yeah, by the way, Codemasters did actually retweet the tweet again.
I told you they would. Was he not joined? We definitely did. I did suggest.
Tires. Sometimes it doesn't give it to him though. I'll send him one. I think the suggesting thing is playing up. Classic PlayStation. Oh, there he is. So looks like he's going to be the only one that'll join us.
I didn't realise you invited me before, I didn't see it.
Alright, no worries, mate. It's alright, you won. You had an interesting race, obviously, so we'll let you off a sweat fest, I'd call it.
A sweat fest?
Yeah. Literally watching someone in your mirrors the entire race.
Well, yeah, I was sweating. That's probably because my radio was on full blast and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, AMS was there the whole race, obviously. And his straight on speed was awful. Like, basically, every time we crossed the line, if it was over 4 tenths, then I knew he wouldn't get me into turn 1. And that's pretty much what it was. Once he was under that. He was on exits and stuff.
He was getting, to be fair, he was getting brilliant exits. It was just the fact that he had no ERS. He was driving around the entire second stint with, I think the max I saw him on was like 32% ERS. So you were just managing it a lot better than him. And he was getting such good a slipstream. It looked like he was fine, but he really did struggle with the ERS management. But in the first stint, he seemed to be a lot faster than him, or at least be able to extend the gap to something a little bit more manageable. On the softs than you did on the mediums. I mean, it's back-to-back wins for you now. Surely you've got to be thinking about the championship. You've had Rob Forbes, one of the top 5 guys in the division, and I know it was 6 points covering the top 5 before this one. Phoenix missed out because he had a race ban. Rob Forbes has been involved in an incident that may result in a race ban. I don't want to comment on that, but it seemed like there was really bad contact between him and Jack, and then outscored and you've outscored AMS, another one of the guys. So you've got to be thinking, is it on again? Can I win another PSGL title?
Well, when you put it like that, well, obviously, yeah. I mean, like you said, there's 6 points covering. Now it's 2 wins in a row. I'm pretty sure the other week as well, when I looked at the calendar, you know, a lot of my, well, historically decent tracks were on there. Apart from Germany, I'm going to be terrible at Germany. And yeah, so I think I've got to be thinking about championship. You're right. And also what you were saying before about the ERS, I did think that he had no ERS considering his straight line speed and that. was in the party with Blizzard as well, and he said off stream that he had like 14% at one point. So I was like, okay.
Yeah, but it's a shame AMS doesn't share his voice, because we'd all like to see AMS. If he's in a championship battle, I mean, he got called old and washed up the other day. I mean, obviously with the news that Big C's retiring, AMS now I think becomes the longest serving active driver, doesn't he? Other than Throne, obviously in FP, but to be fighting, it gives, obviously, to fight one of the originals. It must give the championship a bit of credence, because you're historically battling. I mean, you've got a lot of ex-race guys that you've raced with in different divisions in this league, and you've suddenly, last season you had no pace in this division when we commentated. Those guys have gone up, but you've gone quicker as well. If you change wheel or anything like that?
No, I just think, like, I don't know why, it's just like, historically I always get better, like, second season of the game, maybe I just get used to the game or something like that. It was the same thing in 2018, like, first season of F6, I was woeful, and then won the championship second season, so maybe that could happen this game as well. Woeful in the first one, win the second one.
I mean, I still remember, obviously, the race that I got my only ever podium. You won by about 40 seconds. You were just ridiculous. You could take Irish flat, and none of us could. We just vibrant.
Oh,
like, it was just absolutely good.
2017.
Yeah. So I mean, you've always had one or two races a season where you just absolutely dominate. And obviously, if you're saying that you've got a race calendar that suits you, obviously that's scary for the division, but it is quite tight at the top. And yeah, it's a shame that no one else has joined the party, but I'll leave it to Jamie to ask the last couple of questions, and I'll see you next week, Brian.
Yep, hopefully I will, yeah, definitely.
So of course I have no questions, so yeah, I'll just have to round up the stream, I guess. Yep, that's it for PSGL F3 here around Russia. We'll see you next week, same time, for the German Grand Prix. And yeah, we should see you then.